Thrive Nation, on today's show, we're having a conversation with two people out there just like you who are business owners who had businesses that had reached a certain peak. Some would describe it as maybe being stuck. Some would say it wasn't, they weren't stuck. They just didn't know what they didn't know. Some would say they wanted to work on their business and not just in the business, however you want to describe that. And these guys are diligently implementing the proven processes, the success systems and strategies that Dr. Zellner and I have used for years to grow our own businesses, and that Clay Staires has used to grow his business. So these are people that reached out, they joined the conversation. And if you want to join the conversation and to get involved, all you have to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com/EOFire. That's thrivetimeshow.com/EOFire. And when you do, tell them Clay Staires sent you, and we'll schedule a 13-point assessment so you can sit down with Clay Staires or myself, and we can start that conversation with you, because these are diligent doers that are absolutely turning their dreams into reality. And with that being said, we've got Nick here with securityglassblock.com. Nick, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Awesome. And then we've got Joe with backtobasicsbuilders.com. Joe, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, man, we're fired up. And Nick, real quick, just so you know, it's a little bit quiet on your audio there. So whenever you're speaking, maybe just kind of bring some thunder. And Joe,
bring it.
Yeah, and then Joe, your mic is turned up nice and loud, so you're all good to go there. So okay, first question I would have for you guys, and I'm gonna start with Joe. Joe, how long have you worked with Clay Staires?
It's been a little over 3 years now.
3 years. And then Clay Staires, can you kind of weave into the camera so they can see it real fast?
Hi.
But over 3 years, okay.
Yeah.
And so during those 3 years, how much have you grown? How much has your business grown there, Joe?
I think we just said that it was 700%.
Yeah, absolutely mind-boggling. So you've grown your business by 760% in the past 3 years.
Yeah. Sean, talk a little bit about when we first started out, or Joe, maybe you even talk a little bit when we first started out. What kind of position were you in when we first started 3 years ago?
When we first started, I was on the brink of closing my company. I had just fired all of my employees, and I was out doing, handyman stuff on the side. Kind of, that's what it felt like to me. I barely had any work, and it wasn't looking good.
Yeah.
And you, so you went from barely surviving to thriving. I mean, this is a 3-year transition. You've grown the company. And then Nick the Quick. My understanding is
nice
Nick the Quick. You've worked with us a little bit less long, I believe, than Joe. Less long. Didn't one of the guy you in high school?
I appreciate it.
Okay, but Nick,
he owes me money.
Nick, so how long have you worked with us there, sir?
It's coming on just 2 years right now. Started about a year after Joe. Joe actually referred us to you guys. So.
And what do you do at securityglassblock.com?
We install glass block windows, a lot of basements, bathroom windows, garages, some shower walls. But Joe is actually one of our customers, and like I said, turned us on to Clay.
And then how did you? So Nick, you heard about us through Joe. Joe, you've been working with us for about 3 years. Sean, let's talk about this, because we've documented the success.
Yeah.
What sort of things have you worked with Joe on? Because again, I mean this, and I'm not attacking anybody out there. I'm just sharing with you the facts. If you are somebody who wants to implement proven processes, our system is great for you.
Yes.
If you're somebody who just wants to talk to someone about your feelings, our program is not a good fit for you. We have built business systems so that you can, if you just follow the path and put in the work, which by the way requires a lot of diligence. If you put in the work, you'll have the success. Mm-hmm. What kind of things have you worked on together, Sean, that have moved the needle for the business with Joe?
Well, with Joe, we set out initially to start just tracking the business to get a good hold of it. And then we immediately went towards getting him better and better clients. And over the last 3 years, we have every year increased our average client revenue amount from, I think it started at $6,000 in 2019 was our average client, to this last year, Joe's like $51,100 and something was our average client.
Yeah. And what is it exactly that Joe, that you do there at Back to Basics?
We do interior remodeling, so mainly kitchens, bathrooms. Really like basements. Basements are my favorite.
Basements. So I love the basement.
We put together a 3-legged marketing stool and implemented online advertising, and helped him to find a customer acquisitions cost that was sustainable. And now at this point, for every $1 in marketing that we spend, we earn about $60 in profit.
Wow.
Okay, so step one, if you're out there today and you're saying, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Okay, you can go to thrivetimeshow.com/free resources, thrivetimeshow.com/free-resources. You can download this. This is page 4 of the boom book. We'll take you guys all through this. But step one, you got to figure out your goals. Before we reached out to you there, before we connected, Joe, did you know your goals?
Yeah, I had a pretty good idea of where I wanted to be.
Okay, now step 2, we have to figure out how many hours a week you're willing to work on the business. Might sound controversial, might be crazy, but I like to wake up at 3 a.m. and I like to work until 6. And I like to do that 6 days a week. That's my flow. That's my deal. Some people say, I want to wake up at 6 a.m. and work until 5 days a week. Great. Somebody says, I want to work 2 days a week. That's fine. Joe, how many hours a week do you like to put in your business?
When I first started working with Sean, it was probably closer to 70 to 80. I've stepped back. I'm probably at 50, 55 right now.
Okay, so you got to determine your goal. Step 2, determine how many hours per week you're willing to work. Step 3, we got to improve the branding. You got to have a great website. You got to have great print pieces. Any of the marketing that you have out there, anything that the customer sees needs to be great. Joe, could you tell the listeners out there about some of the marketing or branding we've worked on with you over these past 3 years?
Well, the best thing that you did for me right off the bat was fix my website. But since then, we've gotten our vans wrapped, and they look amazing, like you recognize when we're coming down the street now, as well as materials that we just hand out to all of our clients on, a weekly basis.
And so we built the website with you. Are you getting more leads now than you used to get?
Way more leads. Just to give an example, Monday we had a record-breaking day. We got 12 leads on Monday.
Wow.
Something that's crazy, not to one up you, but this is what we do this is what entrepreneurs do. We try to one up each other, right? Guys in the weight room talking about how much we can bench or something. But no, seriously, Jeff with Concord Construction, one of my clients, I just got off the phone with him today. When we first started working together, the goal was to do $1 million a year of gross revenue doing home remodeling. And he's had multiple $1 million deals this year.
Wow.
Just
That's
from
fantastic.
the website.
Yeah.
So we were wrapping up today's call and he goes, hey, by the way, I just closed another $1 million deal. I'm going, another? I mean,
another one.
So this could
Joe,
really happen.
Joe, how are you doing on your map page as well with your reviews?
We've got 164 reviews right now.
Fantastic. Do you have much competition?
I think the next closest person is 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're showing up top in the maps then, right?
Yes.
So again, step 1, you determine your goals. Step 2, determine how many hours per week you're willing to work. Step 3, you got to improve your branding. Step 4, you got to create a three-legged marketing stool, a system that works. Step 5, you got to create a turnkey hiring, training, and retaining process. You got to be able to hire great people, train, retain. Joe, have you worked with Sean on hiring, firing, training, retaining? Have you guys talked on the HR side of the business?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, their system was fantastic. We were able to start doing weekly group interviews, and it's taken us 3 years to really find a good crew, that's somebody that I can trust. We've got, for the first time ever, we've got 3 people that have been with us for longer than a year. Previously, I think, when we first started doing the group interviews, the longest people would stay was like 3 months.
Wow.
So things have been pretty amazing.
Yeah, man, I think that's fantastic, Joe. Just your diligence over time. I love the way you're saying there. It's taken 3 years to build the team that you have. Oh yeah, right
baby.
That's so good for people to hear, because most people think, well, I'm just going to go hire somebody and I'll be set. And those expectations it just kills us when people don't work out.
Now, the final step I want to cover as it relates to there's a lot more details. Obviously, it's a big book. There's big systems we have to do, but after you start hiring, training, and retaining great people, then you got to put a tracking system in, an accounting system. So you're managing your numbers. And if you're doing a home building, remodeling, you're a lawyer, you're a dentist, any of the industries we work in, you've got to know your numbers. What you measure, you treasure. Now I want to go to Nick. Nick, when working with you, did you already know your goals before reaching out to us?
We're a little different than Joe. So we purchased the company. The company's been around since 1990. So we were in month 3 or 4 when I talked to Joe and he recommended you guys. I came from a large company, and it was coming into the smaller business and being more construction based and having a lot of, weather determining, especially up here in Wisconsin, kind of determining what we do in the winter. And we were kind of having a slow January for my likes. And that's when we reached out to you guys. But yeah, I didn't really have a full grasp on our goals, personal or business.
So we worked with you to kind of refine those a little bit. And again, I know that you talk at a normal volume, but for some reason it's coming in a little bit quiet. Maybe you can just maybe get a little closer to it, or maybe insert the computer into your mouth. Maybe we could do it that way.
Get that megaphone.
All right. The next question I have here for you again: how many hours a week do you like to work there, Nick?
Right now, probably about 50 to 60 hours a week is what we're doing now. And hoping to kind of set up processes where we can kind of back down on that and focus on some other interests.
Nice.
And working with, our clients, we help them do their website, the photography, their videography, their web development, their auto wraps, launch their online ads, do videography, do any of the print pieces. We do all that. And I kind of sometimes forget how big of a value that is until I go back, and I was talking to my wife about this, but with the DJ company, I literally had to hire a full-time guy who all he did all day was just manage the website.
Oh yeah.
And he's going, "Hey, what do you want me to do today?" And I go, "Well, we're topping Google, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Are the ads are working?" He says, "Yes." Well, just nothing. So I'm paying a guy like $6,000. No, seriously, $6,000 a month to do nothing. And then, unless something breaks. And then I have to hire a video guy. I remember the first time I hired a professional videographer in Staires. You met some of these people. They charge you $3,000 a video.
Yeah.
$4,000 a video. And I wanted to make 2 videos. And I'm going, that's $8,000. So I hired a full-time video guy thinking I'm saving money. Now I'm paying this guy $5,000 a month to look at me.
Yeah.
Because once we shot the video, so having a whole team is powerful there. Have we worked with you on your website there, Nick? Is that something that we've touched with when working with you?
Yeah, the original website for the business was doing pretty well, but obviously had some room to be optimized. So
yeah,
you guys have created a second website for us that's going its way up the charts right now. So.
Now, in the final 90 seconds we have here together, there's a lot of people that are thinking about reaching out and becoming a client, and we only take on 160 clients. I do that because, Sean, with your schedule, if you were to have 85 clients in your schedule, what would happen to your personal life?
I wouldn't have a personal life.
But I mean, with the clients you work with, you know their clients, they know you, they can text you, call you.
Yep.
We charge a flat rate at $1,700 a month, and that is a flat rate. And so, with that, we do photography, videography, web development, and we do all that. And all of our clients have massive growth. And if you go to claystairs.com, CLAYSTAIRES, claystairs.com, you can see case studies there. Or if you go to thrivetimeshow.com, you can see case studies there. So it's $1,700 a month. The program is month to month. The average client last year grew by 104%. And as we do the numbers this year, I bet you the average is going to be over 200% because the clients are having massive growth this year. So I'll go to you, Joe, first, and I'll go to Nick, the same question. Joe, if there's somebody out there thinking about scheduling a free 13-point assessment, a free consultation by going to thrivetimeshow.com/EOFire, filling out the form, what would you say to somebody who's thinking about scheduling a 13-point assessment?
Just do it. I couldn't see myself doing this any other way. I'd be working a job now if I hadn't worked with Sean.
Nick, what would you say to somebody out there that's thinking about reaching out? Because there are consultants out there that charge $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month. I know there's people out there that have been burned. People have been stuck in contracts. I hear this all the time. What would you say to somebody thinking about reaching out?
You got nothing to lose, honestly. And I say that in the best way possible. Working with Sean's been great. And to your point earlier of all the different services that you guys provide that are already baked into that $1,700, the web, the videography, uploading things for us, and helping us create marketing materials is well worth it.
Sean, you had an opportunity to work now with Nick. What makes Nick a great client to work with?
Well, he shows up, we meet every week. He tracks his business very, very well, which allows us to make the small little adjustments that have big impacts. He's a very coachable guy. Having been an employee for most of his life up until buying this business, he has stepped into business ownership in a big way. And I really appreciate the diligence that both of you gentlemen put in.
Yeah.
Stairs, you've got a chance to meet Joe, spend time with him. What's made Joe a great client to work with over these past 3 years?
I think the same thing. Joe is a diligent doer. Joe, he shows up. He does his homework and keeps track of the company. And again, just like with anyone that is growing and that is being coached, he's very coachable. And not everyone is like that. So again, just like Sean, you said, Joe, I want to thank you very much for just your diligence in being a client and being a real entrepreneur, a real business owner. Thank you for taking ownership. Appreciate it, man.
Joe, I really do appreciate you carving out time in your busy schedule. Same thing with you, Nick. I really do appreciate you guys. And for anybody out there thinking about growing your companies, we do workshops. We've been doing those for years. I mean, we've been doing these for, I think we're on year 7 now of these workshops we do every 2 months. So you can go to thrivetimeshow.com to attend a workshop. We'll teach you how to grow your company. And these conferences are filled with actual entrepreneurs that have actually had success. Or if you want to look at the one-on-one consulting, it's very transparent. The pricing at $1,700 a month, flat rate month to month. You can learn more about it by going to thrivetimeshow.com, clicking on testimonials, or by going to claystairs.com, CLAYSTAIRES.com. If you're watching this video, when you schedule your consultation, just it's mentioned you heard about heard about our program through Clay Staires. We'll schedule a consultation if you want to meet with Clay Staires. And if for some reason he's busy, I'd be happy to meet with you as well. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day.
Guys.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Take care.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot-coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.